This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here in Trinidad with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Alright. Kal Halayam, La Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Makaha Kodash. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more than ever for this truth. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites who looks like the other nations, but are Israel through the forefatherly lineage. And shalom unto the very few but faithful Akawat, which is the sisters. Alright. This lesson here is a response to Brother Yerushalayim. Alright. I had sent him some material over the weekend and he worked on it. Alright. So this is just a response to his video, you know, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Alright, so what left to say? What left to say? What left to say? You're naturally seeing these Eves, right? These Eves, the so-called black woman, is waxing worse and worse and worse and worse every day as the days goes by, as we get closer to the end. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is bringing out the real traits of the so-called black woman to the forefront, you know, in a serious way, in a massive way. Alright? Here you have, I'm going to play a video, you know, I'm going to play a video here, and you would see the wickedness of the woman. You see the level of wickedness that they have reached to. Alright? So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, without further ado, let's get to it. Man. So look here for the buffering. Let me see something here. Hopefully it will play anytime, any minute.
Man, Dr. BOA. You know, so what's good, homies? This your man, Dr. BOA.
Right.
You know, I tell you men all the time that women are not submissive, monogamous, loyal by choice. It's only done in a society where there's a patriarchal rule and there are consequences and repercussions for a woman not doing those things.
Which is true.
Now, I know this may sound a tad bit controversial, but if you look throughout the history of the world, it is an actual fact that women only perform in those capacities to an effective level, to an acceptable level, when there are consequences and repercussions that they don't want to pay. Hence, during biblical times, you would hear, okay, if a man commit adultery with another man's wife and they be found, they shall both be surely put to death. These are the types.
All right, and let's prove that through the scriptures. Let's prove that through the scriptures. Let's go to Leviticus. Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10. Alright. Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10, it reads, "And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife," alright, "even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. All right? Shall surely be put to death. But you see now, this is the society, all right, and this Babylonian system that we are living in, where women could do whatever they want and get away with it because they have the system that is backing them and protecting them. All right? This is the situation here. All right? Because Eve has subscribed, the so-called black woman have subscribed to the system of Esau, the so-called white man. All right? Because Esau, all right, he goes against the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yashai, all right? He's the profane man, all right? Goes against all the laws and statutes and everything, all the principles that Yahweh Hashem Yashai stands for, all right? To bring forth his wickedness. And Eve, she loves that. Yeah, she loves that. Because she knows there will be no repercussions for her actions. All right? So, going back to the video.
Types of things that were punishments. And even further on into history, where if a woman committed adultery, she get a scarlet letter. She had to walk around with a letter A, which let society know that she was a woman who was not loyal to her husband, and there were consequences and repercussions, societal consequences and repercussions to pay. But now we live in a society where there are no consequences and repercussions. As a matter of fact, women who don't live by that standard are championed now, a la Brittany Renner, a la...
Which is true. You know, women who don't live by the standards of their the so-called black women who do not live by the standards of their foremothers and their forefathers. All right, but I should say their forefathers first and their foremothers. All right, they are hailed as heroes today. Like for instance, this one, which her name is Megan Thee Stallion. All right, that song what she did with that next wicked Eve Cardi B. All right. I forget the Democratic senator, which was a woman, praised her for it and called that women's liberation and all that nonsense. The song what they did called WAP. All right, wet ass PU, right? You all know what I'm speaking about. All right. She was hailed by government officials, women government officials, all right? She was hailed and praised for that wicked song. That song that you know, that encouraged a lot of the so-called black woman, all right, to be whores and sluts. All right? And they get away with this thing. All right, they are free, they roam freely with that wickedness. Yeah?
Sweetie. So what you men have to understand is that women are naturally polyamorous. Women are not naturally monogamous. Now somebody sent me a video on IG where a woman is saying this exact thing. And I think it's better served when you hear it from the horse's mouth. So I can tell you all day that women are like this, and then you know what you're going to say?
Well, that's just the women you've dealt with, BOA. That's just the women you know. You don't know anything. All the women that you know are just like that, BOA. Maybe you should do a better job of choosing women, Dr. BOA.
And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying that because that's some of the things that you guys say in comments all of the time. But what I'm trying to get you to understand,
because a lot of the men out here is weak. They are effeminate. They're emotional. All right? They let their women rule over them. Yeah? This society, boy. That's why this place had it done.
Understand? That's just how women are. So let's take a listen to this video, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on the real too.
So, you're leaving your woman because you found out she cheated on you. Come on.
Now listen to the words of this slut here. Listen carefully to the words of this slut. I will do my best to try not to interrupt.
Cheating. Look, I need modern men to understand one thing. That cheating is in the DNA of women. Women are naturally promiscuous. Even the Bible says it. Women are the weaker sex. We are weak. We cannot control ourselves. So leaving her for another woman is pointless because it rains everywhere. You leave her for Susan. Susan is eventually going to cheat on you. You leave Susan for Mary. Mary is eventually going to cheat on you because it is ingrained in our DNA. Women, we like variety. We cannot be eating one meal throughout the year. It's not possible. So instead, go into your prayer closet, enter into your war room, go on your knees and...
Now, hear what this freaking bitch is saying. Hear what this bitch is saying.
God to give you an endurance spirit so that you'll be able to endure it because it's not going to change.
You hear what this bitch is saying? Concerning women and their infidelity, concerning women and they going outside of their relationship, their home, their marriage, or whatever the case may be, all right, to go with other men. You hear what this woman is saying to justify their wickedness, their evil acts. That you must go down in your corner, in your prayer room, or wherever it may be, wherever, to ask the Lord to give you the strength to carry on with such a evil promiscuous woman. You see where this thing has reached to? Alright, let me get a scripture here. And then the prophets mustn't speak about it, right? That's why Yahweh Yahshua is going to put you women to death in the worst way. This is Isaiah 5:20. It reads, "Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight." All right? Because what she is doing, she's actually pushing forth a reasoning of you as a man accepting them for their wickedness and what have you, and seeing no, how I go put it, and seeing no justification. She's seeing, oh Lord, help me here, Lord. She's justifying her actions, all right, and her wicked acts, and want you to ask the Lord to help you to deal with it. This whole freaking place, boy. This whole world out of course. All right.
Secondly, you need to have a deep introspection with yourself. What am I doing that is pushing my woman into another man's arms? Do I need to work out more, get in shape? Do I need to dress better? Do I need to pamper her some more? Do I need to spoil her more? Take her on more vacations, etc., etc. The third thing you can do is to do your own research and find out who this side man is. Go and approach him as a man and see if you can find tips and learn from him on how to please your woman and make her content. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to an understanding.
See? So now you must go to the man, to the man that your woman is sleeping with behind your back, to go and ask he for tips, what he as the individual need to do, all right, in order to make the relationship work, that she wouldn't go behind his back, continue to go behind his back and sleep with him or me. Yo, that's why a lot of new women is going to be put to death in the worst way in this coming in this coming Jacob's trouble. A lot in you so-called Negro, man. That's why a lot in you all is being found in 3-foot grave with coconut tree and red flag plant on top of all you. And all again find in barrel. Yeah. And all over the place you all coming up missing and what have you, because it's judgment Yahweh bringing upon you women. Alright, for your wickedness. You all are being judged. Alright? Now, you hear the wickedness this woman is saying. This woman is saying, you must go to the horner man to get advice concerning how to deal with your. Hey, wow, boy. How much more wicked this place could get, boy? How much more wicked this place could get? Alright? And it will even have dotish men who would condone this. Simps. Alright?
That women are naturally polygamous. We are naturally promiscuous. Just deal with it. Don't pay attention to all.
Hey, 3/4 any women are naturally whores. Simple as that. 3/4 any woman. Alright? Yeah.
These men's rights activists trying to teach you your rights and teaching you self-esteem. They are single, bitter, sex-starved.
Now, as you hear, this woman is doing a masterful job of explaining to you that having the expectation that if you leave one woman because she cheated on you and get another woman, then you're going to have to leave that woman because she cheated on you. And you're going to have to leave that woman because she cheated on you. You're going to have to leave that woman because she cheated on you. Here's the thing that you men don't understand. The broken home, and as far as we go, black folks, the historical broken home has led to generation after generation where women have not learned the proper context of interacting with a man from a level of respect, from a level of authoritative submission. So if she didn't have that with her father, or she didn't see her mother have that with her father, she's never going to be able to do that. And more than likely,
can't, because it goes all the way back to the days of slavery, you know. You know, we already studied the Willie Lynch letter and what they had done to our people, and how they break up the family and what have you. All right, where they put the woman over the man and what have you. All right, you wouldn't get a woman in this time here now. You know, you wouldn't really get a woman to respect you and to be submissive to you and to honor you. All right. You ain't gonna get that. You ain't gonna get that just so. Trust me. You wouldn't get that just so.
85% of the women that you meet in this particular society are going to be that way, are going to have that as a part of their character makeup, as a part of their historical accounting of their life. Yo, my dad wasn't there. My dad was there, but my mother controlled him. They're not fit or equipped to be what you think they ought to be in this particular society. Even when you find one who's willing, she does not have the requisite makeup, the requisite character traits, the requisite spiritual foundation to be that. Now you go to one of these Islamic societies, yes, and I don't mean the ones in Saudi Arabia, the ones we see where where the women are mistreated. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where women are growing up in that environment, and it's a respected and respectable environment where people live that life, where everyone around lives that life, where the older women are teaching the younger women how to be, where the older men are teaching the younger men.
All right, scripture for that. Scripture for that. That is what he's speaking about there. Is Titus chapter 2 and 1. It reads, Titus chapter 2 and 1. Just bear with me. All right. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in peace. All right? The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young woman, to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, because a lot of our women today, they are not discreet, they are loud and clamorous. All right? They are loud and clamorous. All right? A lot of our women, they don't know nothing about discreet. The loud, the clamorous, the disrespectful, the very unruly. All right? This is the modern, all right? This is the modern Babylonian so-called black woman for you. All right? To be discreet, chaste keepers at home. Good. Obedient to their own husband, that the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed. But hey, you have an opposite of that here now. All right? You haven't that being on the opposite side.
And how to be where there are effective fathers and leaders, and there are effective mothers and guides for the children until they get to the point where they need to be led by the father. We don't have that in our society.
That's right.
So to have that expectation is just unreal.
Why we don't have that? Because really and truly, you know, it was prophesied. You know, it goes back to the curses. All right, it goes back to the curses in Deuteronomy 28. All right, that's why we do not have it. All right, because Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, you know, had brought a nation upon us who regard not the old nor the young. All right, and bring forth measures upon us that is against his laws, that is against Yahweh Hashem Yahshai's laws, statutes, and commandments, and what have you. All right, where it has brought us to a degenerate state. All right, a degenerate state, a degenerate mind, a dilapidated mind and culture and what have you in this so-called 2021.
You're not going to have it. It's the same way we say, okay, you're not going to find a virgin. You're not. But if you go to other cultures, you can find virgins, man, in their mid-20s, late 20s, even early 30s. These are cultures where women value themselves, where they value the fact that their body is a temple. There's nothing wrong with valuing your body.
All right? Well, in this time now, a lot of these so-called black women, these westernized women, you know, they want a man to respect them, and a man to this, and a man to that, and a man to the other. But the thing is, do you value yourself? You looking for a high-valued man. You, all right? You woman, you know, you say you're looking for a high-valued man. But the thing is, do you value yourself? How do you value yourself? All right? How do you value yourself? By being promiscuous. All right? By beating your body here, there, everywhere. Yeah? By dressing in the most provocative way on a daily basis. And what have you? How do you value yourselves? I would like to know.
Nothing wrong with having your body be your value, because here's the thing. When your body stops working, you don't have a life anymore.
That's right.
Think about a paraplegic, man. Think about somebody that's immobile now because of some accident or some debilitating disease. That person doesn't have a life. They just lay there and live. So your body is very important. I think the problem in our society is that women have shied away from wanting to value their body and embrace the importance of that body. But we men, we still value it. It has value. And we live in a society where women have decided that what has value to us doesn't matter anymore. And that's fine, because we're not just reduced to dealing with women in this particular society. There's a huge world out there. The United States is only 4% of the world's population. So we're only a sprinkling of the population of the world. And when you separate that into the different nationalities, then your choices are even smaller in the States. But you got a huge world out there. And I'm saying, if you want a particular type of woman, as this woman stated, you're not going to find this woman in the United States or in any other culture that is influenced by the United States.
Ooh-wee. Hey, Ever touch back that again?
As this woman stated, you're not going to find this woman in the United States or in any other culture that is influenced by the United States. See this?
Why? Scripture. Scripture. Jeremiah. Book of Jeremiah. I think it's 51, no? Jeremiah, I think it's 51. Yeah, Jeremiah 51 and 7. It reads, Babylon, which is America, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Yeah? That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken her wine, have drunken her philosophies, especially the women. Alright? Especially the woman. The woman has drunken the philosophies and everything that Babylon pushed forth, that America pushed forth. So now, especially like places in Trinidad and Jamaica and well, sure, the whole Caribbean and Central and South America and what have you, all right? These westernized women who have been highly influenced by American culture and what have you, all right? It bring their minds. It eventually brought their mind to a diseased state. All right, to a diseased state that you really cannot deal with them. You cannot deal with them. You cannot reason with them. You cannot bring. They would not be able to accept logic. They would not be able to accept reasonable logic. All right, that's why there is how it is today, being a boss chick, a boss bitch, or whatever the hell the term that is used, and what have you. All right, I'm a strong black independent woman, and all that nonsense. All right, all that nonsense, because they have been what? They have been Americanized. All right, and next scripture to go with that is Revelation 18 and 8. All right, Revelation 18 and 8, boy. No, not 8. Revelation 18 and 9. All right, Revelation 18 and 9, it reads, And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her. All right, through her philosophy, not only just through her trade and what have you, with all her policies. Yeah, the women's rights and women's liberation and all these nonsense. All right, who have and live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. All right, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to destroy America. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to destroy America, all right, with thermonuclear fire for all that she have done upon the face of the earth, which bring this whole world into utter unrighteousness. All right? Back to the video a bit. I ain't much in this video because I want to do some more scriptures.
It isn't just about Western culture. This is about the influence of Western civilization.
That's
so
right.
In any African country where there's a huge Western civilization, the women are going to be more like women in America.
Like take for instance Biafra in Nigeria, Biafra land. All right, a lot in the Biafrans today, they're not keeping to the customs. Because the Biafrans, they are Israelites, all right? And they don't keep, a lot of them, they don't keep to their traditions, their customs and what have you, all right? That were given on, that were brought down from generation to generation, all right? A lot of them came to America, been westernized, been Americanized, and when they go back, they carry back that American, that Babylonian mindset. All right, and put the influence on the ones that is under them that haven't got the chance to go to Babylon. But hey, they have someone to teach them the ways of Babylon. All right, And to them, within their mind, this is something good, this is something cool, this is something, that we could look, that we should emulate. All right? Because there are a lot of societies within Africa that they don't want no part of American ideologies. All right? Especially like the stinking homosexuality and what have you. All right? They don't want no part of that. All right? This guy here, Dr. BOA, all right? This guy here is speaking, he hitting the nail on the head. He's speaking 100% truth. All right?
In Caribbean country, where, that's under the influx and influence of Western civilization, it's going to be more like America. The men...
America is a party society. Party, sex, party, sex, smoke weed, yeah, drink, this, that, the other. It's the same thing over here. Same thing in Trinidad, same thing in Jamaica, same thing in Barbados, same thing in Guyana, same thing all throughout the Caribbean. The same thing. Those of us Israelites who living in the Caribbean here, where is one of our greatest crave, to go to Babylon, to live in Babylon, according to my big brother in God, they crave that American dream. All right, they crave that American dream. All right, especially the so-called black woman. Watch at them today. Watch at them today. Watch at they went on here pieces with all this, according to Yerushalayim, brother Yerushalayim, with all different radical colors. Yeah. Nails, the nails on the finger long like the Brooklyn Bridge or the London Bridge. Yeah. Nails, you understand? Nails so long they can't himself hold a cup of tea. I just wonder how they just even get to wipe the ass when they defecate with nails so long. You understand?
And women are going to be more like America, but there are corners of the globe that absolutely shun westernization of their society. And those men among us who put ourselves in a position to be able to travel the world will have an opportunity to actually have a woman who is raised and geared to not want the consequence and repercussion.
And then they want to complain, and it's true. All right, because if I notice now, a lot of these so-called black men, they are going with women outside of their race. Reason being, because the so-called black woman don't know how to act. They don't know how to play their role in which they're supposed to be played. And then now they want to talk shit, to talk a lot of nonsense that any so-called black man that go out of their race, they are sellouts and what have you. No, not the fact that we sell out. We can go with any woman that we want to go with. All right? You all got to realize that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has not made you women on a whole equal to any man. You all are not equal to men. But you all wouldn't get that in a skull because right now you're under the influence of Babylon. But don't worry. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is putting every single thing back in order by bringing the plagues upon this earth. You all is going to see, and you all is going to learn the hard way.
If it's the sole consequence of repercussion, the best woman you could absolutely have is a woman who believes it is a sin to commit adultery.
That's right.
A woman who believes that there will be some punishment in this life and the next.
That's right. Because, hey, let me go to the scriptures here now. I'll done with that and go to some scriptures here now. All right? Because that is it. Watch me. Had there been severe punishment by the way of death, all right, concerning these acts these women perform, these wicked acts that these women carry out, all right, they would have been put in check. They would have been put in order. They would have known to keep in order. But because there is no checks and balances concerning their actions, they do what the fuck they want to do. Excuse my language, but this is the reality. They do what they want to do because there is no checks and balances, all right, to keep them in order. All right. So now let's go to the book of Sirach. No, see what I'm speaking about? Let me see. Sirach. That's now. Alright, Sirach 26 and 16. Sirach 26. No. No, not this one. Not this one as yet. Alright, not this one as yet. It's 25, Sirach, yeah. 25 and 16. Not this one as yet. Sirach 25 and 16, it reads, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Alright, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Alright? Because a lot of these women here, as I say, 95% of these women here, alright, today, the so-called black woman, the so-called black Hispanic and Native American woman, alright, they are all for this wicked society and what this wicked society has to offer. That's why they don't have no respect for you men. Alright, and they would walk over you all. Alright? Yeah, all wickedness is little. I mean, I would rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Alright? Yeah. Alright? Yeah? Verse 23. A wicked woman abated the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak his hands and feeble knees. Alright, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Alright, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. This is the situation here. This is the situation that we men have to deal with in this time here that we living in right now. All right. So now, going to Sirach 26 and 22. All right. All right. Just bear with me here. Sirach 26 and 22, it reads, and harlot shall be counted as spittle. Yeah? And harlot, a whore, right? Like that woman that we just seen in that video. You can imagine how much men done run through her already. Alright? Because if she could speak like that, come on, there's nothing else left to wonder. Alright? You could imagine how much men she done passed through her already. Alright? And harlot shall be counted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Yeah? He is going to be counted as spit. Alright? A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. That's why a lot of you men are encountering these kind of women. These kind of women is coming your way because why? A lot of you men too, you all are wicked. Yeah? You all are wicked. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. A dishonest woman contempteth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. All right, but the thing is, you're not going to get that now in this society here now. You wouldn't really get that. Because a lot of the women, all right, of today within our nation, their minds have been polluted. Yeah? A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. What is a female dog? A bitch. All right? A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. All right? All right? A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. And a lot of you women are being counted ungodly, because a lot of you women has no respect for the man that is in the house. Yeah? You will just, you might just go easy with, you might just have a certain understanding with him if he simping for you, if he being a beta male for you. All right? But really and truly, underneath it all, you really don't have no, a lot of you women do have no respect for your husband. All right? A lot of you women has no respect. I just have a couple more scriptures because I done beat through a good bit already. All right? What the hell? All right, there's a scripture in Ezekiel. I want to get to a scripture in Ezekiel. Let me see. Let me see if I could find that, boy. I forgot to. Ezekiel. Ezekiel, I think, is 19 and 7, I think, you know. No. Let's bear with me. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 44. Alright? It reads, Behold, everyone that useth proverb shall use this proverb against thee, saying, As is the mother, so is the daughter. Alright? Because when you go back to the same Titus where it gives you the traits of how a righteous woman supposed to portray herself, all right, a lot of these women, all right, they goes opposite to that, all right. And the thing is, by they being opposite to that, and these women having daughters and living opposite to that, is obvious. Your daughter is going to grow up the same way, all right. As the old saying is go, the apple don't fall far from the tree. All right. So as is the mother, so is her daughter. All right. And hey, what going on with you all too, with you women too? You know what really going on with you women is this today, Job 39. It's 39. Job 39 and 17. Job 39 and 17. It reads, Because Yahweh had deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. All right? You all have been stripped of that wisdom and understanding and what have you. That's why you all you all subscribing to the wickedness of this world. Because you do not have the foresight to see true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, that's why a lot of women wouldn't even be in and even those who say they're in the truth, you know, they're still carrying on the traits of a wicked woman. A lot of them who say they're in the truth. All right, far less for the ones who not in the truth. All right, because Yahweh shall deprive that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding. So, you know, you carry about the way how you carry about right about now. All right? Yeah? All right. 1 Timothy Almost finished. Let's have about 3 more scriptures. 1 Timothy 5 and 6. Lord, boy, Lord, you see what I'm talking about. 1 Timothy and 6, it reads, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. So all you promiscuous women, alright, continue. Alright, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Going down to verse 13. And withal they learn to be idle. Yeah, and withal they learn to be idle. Alright? Wandering about from house to house, not only idle, but tattlers also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not to. Alright? Always by this neighbor, by that neighbor, by the other neighbor. A lot of you women, alright? A lot of you women, you know, dibbing and dabbing on a whole lot of bacchanal scenarios. Alright? I will therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to adversary to speak reproachfully. This is the traits of a righteous woman. Alright? Go and read the book of Judith. Go and read the book of Esther. Alright? Read about these women. These righteous women. Alright? And you would learn something, man. You would learn something. I think I just have one more scripture. Yeah, one more scripture. And I will end it off with this here. Alright, which is Ecclesiastes 7. Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. Blum. Alright, it reads, and I find more bitter than death. Yeah? And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares, whose mind is snares and nets. Yeah? And her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. That's why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashai say what? He giveth a wicked woman unto a wicked man. Alright? Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Kal halayam la alahayanawa Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Ba'asham Rakaha Kodash. Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai. Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai. Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who be preaching and teaching the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites who looks like the other nations, but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage. And shalom unto the very, 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 very few, but faithful Akowats, which is his sisters. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Shalom.